Hi, everyone. Marriage is everybody's dream growing up, but I bet you anything a lot of us didn't know or till this day does not know about the cost of a average wedding in the USA. For example, the average cost of a wedding in the United States is $25,000. But the state of Hawaii is ranks the highest, which they spend $44,000 just in the average wedding. But the least is Alabama, and they spend $17,000. Today, I would like to inform you the average cost of a wedding in just the United States. According to CDC tracking of weddings, the average cost is $25,000 and $55 billion that is spent just in a year on weddings. So first, I will inform you the history of weddings. Then I will talk about the average that is spent in a wedding. Finally, I will inform you how to find vendors and how much average they will find you, or you could find the vendors to plan your perfect wedding. Marriage comes from the Middle English, first seen in 1300s. The main goal back in the days was just to marry for economy. Very little times people will marry for love or because they found the true match. No, back in the days they used to marry mostly for economy reasons. And originally, back then, the history of it's like the bride will gift the groom or the family of the groom. They will give money to the groom or the family, or they will also give material things. The history of the ring, the engagement ring that we still practice to this day, and it's a beautiful thing. I think that it's amazing that we still practice the history of the ring when a man asks the woman to marry her. So let me tell you two facts about the ring. So it's believed that the round shape is eternity. And wearing the ring means a union forever. Now that I've given you a brief overview of the wedding history, now let me inform you about the cost of a wedding. According to the knot.com, a honeymoon, it is part of a wedding. It's separately from the average cost that I mentioned earlier. And a lot of brides, they desire to take that honeymoon, and that's an additional cost to the wedding expenses. And just in a honeymoon, it averages from $8,000 to $10,000 just in the honeymoon. Wow, that's a lot. But many brides will like to take that trip for memories and for pictures and just to keep as forever and ever for their kids. Now that I told you the average cost of a wedding in the United States, let me finally tell you some of the information about vendors. There is three main resources where you could go and plan your beautiful and the wedding of your dreams, because they are three platforms. The first one is called Thumbtack. The second one is The Knot, and the third one is Wedding Wired. So these platforms are made for bridal and people that are looking for wedding services. And the the way you could book a vendor is by going in these platforms to their website, looking at their profiles, and deciding if this is a good match for you. And those vendors will actually have their profiles with their prices and information and where they're located. And it will be, if it's a good match for you, then you'll book them for your beautiful wedding. But some vendors actually work for themselves, or some are booked as for a company, or maybe they just own their own businesses. So depending on that, that's how much they charge. So today I have informed you about the history of weddings. I had also shared with you the average cost of a wedding. Lastly, I have shared with you 3 platforms and resources where you could go and plan your beautiful wedding. So, the next time you attend a wedding, you feel the magic of the love, also feel the magic of all that money that was spent.